Congratulations on your recent graduation from paramedic school. To catch you up on all the things you've missed while you've been busy studying the last year, I've prepared a summary of the world news. March 2020. After buzz for weeks about the coronavirus in China, it officially lands in the US. And just in case coronavirus isn't enough, murder hornets are spotted in Washington state. The hornets are more than 2 inches long and if stung multiple times, a human could die. The death of George Floyd by a police officer who placed his knee on Floyd's neck, causing him to suffocate, leads to many Black Lives Matter protests all over the US and even the world. April 2020, Paul McCartney's handwritten copy of the Beatles' Hey Jude sells in a virtual auction for $910,000. The first round of stimulus checks go out in the US due to COVID. But don't worry, there's another one on its way next year. A killing spree occurs in a small coastal town in Nova Scotia, Canada. At least 17 people died, making it the deadliest rampage in Canadian history. May 2020, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announces a ban on assault-style weapons. The legislation is said to be motivated by last month's killing spree in Nova Scotia. Wow, that was fast. A previously undetected Apollo group asteroid passes just 4,350 miles away from Earth. It is the closest near-Earth object since 2019's UN-13. Huge swarms of desert locusts destroy crops in central and western India, prompting authorities to step up their response to the country's worst plague in nearly 3 decades. Thanks, global warming. Your baby sister graduates from college. June 2020, former Vice President Joe Biden was officially announced as the opponent to Trump in the upcoming November election. Your sister moves to Vegas. COVID continues to devastate the world, as does civil unrest. July 2020, your niece Reagan turned 16. Federal officials finally arrested Ghislaine Maxwell. Maxwell had been wanted for over a year for her alleged involvement with Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. August 2020, Joe Biden announced he has chosen Kamala Harris as his running mate. Harris is a strong advocate for diversity and equality, but hopefully the voters won't hold that against her. Postmaster General DeJoy acknowledged that certain budget cuts had unintended consequences at USPS. The cuts led to mail delays, which continue to today, and conveniently were just in time for mail-in voting. Chadwick Boseman dies due to cancer. Rest in peace, Black Panther. September 2020, football started and your Cardinals win, and lose. At least 5 boats sank during a Trump boat parade in Texas. The wakes from larger boats caused smaller boats to sink. Is that winning? Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies from cancer. Ginsburg was best known for her feminist views and battle for women's rights. Trump nominates Judge Amy Coney Barrett to take the late RBG Supreme Court spot and holds a COVID super spreader event to celebrate the nomination. Your niece Reagan gets her driver's license. October 2020, the Cardinals lose, win, and win. They beat the Seahawks? That must be fake news. Trump and his wife both tested positive for COVID, but who didn't see that coming? The FBI announced the arrests of 13 men suspected of orchestrating a domestic terror plot to kidnap Governor of Michigan Gretchen Whitmer and otherwise violently overthrow the state government. Many states report record-breaking numbers of early votes ahead of the November 3rd election. Your little sister Shannon adopts a new dog. Welcome to the family, Max. November 2020. Cardinals lose, win, and lose. Trump loses the election, so now we're winning. Your big sister has her 20-year wedding anniversary and her car Priscilla blows up the same day. Dad, of course, asked what I did, only to be proven wrong later when BMW agrees to replace the motor for free. December 2020. Cardinals lose, win, and lose. Trump loses again when the Electoral College confirms Biden's win. Your brother John gets engaged. Your little sister Shannon announces baby Theo coming August 2021. January 2021. The Cardinals football season ends in a loss. Unfortunately, the same goes for the Seahawks. But stay tuned because hopefully Patrick Mahomes is on his way to another Super Bowl win. Trump loses again when Congress certifies Joe Biden's win, but not before his cult following storm the Capitol, leading to the 5 deaths including the murder of a police officer. Trump loses Twitter. Did someone say winning? February 2021. Hopefully Nathan and Whitney host the wedding of their dreams, after which Nathan will make an announcement for his next adventure in, you guessed it, school. This Year in News is brought to you by your sister Nina Jones, signing off.